Hello everybody, this is Timboy752, aka the player that will be playing logo lines for Lanjo and Mia in Love Live All-Stars.
クラブゲームスサンライズ武士も Love Live School Idol Festival All Stars クラブゲームスサンライズ武士もラブライブスクールアイドルフェスティバルオールスターズ
See my previous video about their initial SR cards on the top right card of the video. And I will be reading my card breakdown featuring Moonlit Fairy Tale set, which the event scouting banner is available until my birthday or September 13 by the time you are watching this video. I will only read basic info, my thoughts on the cards, and then the verdict. This is actually part 2 of my card down video for this week. So let's start off with the first scouting UR that you can get, starting with this banner, Venus on a Moonlit Night Ellie. Being an elegant voltage type card, she will start off at base limit increases at 7,478 base appeal, base stamina of 4,195, and base technique of 6,566 with a critical rate of 19.69%. Her 5th limit stats will end up at 13,382, base stamina of 7,507, and base technique of 11,750 with a critical rate of 35.25%. Ellie's skills and appeal up, affecting elegant cards from 6 to 7.2% effective appeal for 5 notes. Ellie's passive skill is Appeal Plus, affecting elegant cards from 4 to 5.2%. Her active ability is Voltage Up at the start of an AC, affecting same strategy cards from increasing the voltage gain up by 5% until the appeal chance ends. So this Ellie card is pretty beautiful, I could say, the illustration. She's basically an appeal buffer if you're going to use her on elegant songs. We just got Mijuko Dreamer, Love the Life You Live, and then Queendom. This case, she's pretty much useful if you're going to use her on frontline. Keep in mind that she'll be benefiting elegant cards. So do your best if you're going to use her in battle. I wish I would have got any words better than to express Ellie. This is what she looks like in the costume preview. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's all the words I can say. Beautiful. But other than that, Moonlight Ellie that pretty much uses indigo color, representing the midnight tone of the costume. A tunic, pretty good. Short skirt, but at least the back side is a long one, long vest. Beautiful. Well, all I can say is beautiful, beautiful. But anyway, her earrings are moon, and then her flap. This looks like Glacial Lily from Genshin Impact. Anyway, the cuffs on her hands, and then her detachable gloves. I love it. Makes her look like that she might have come from like a Greek mythology. Well, just by looking at the design, it is pretty inspiring. Alright, the second scouting UR that you can get during this event is Venus on a Moonlit Night Mari. Being a Smile SP type card, she will start off at base limit increases at 6,566 base appeal, base stamina of 4,377, and base technique of 7,296, with a critical rate of 36.88%. Her 5th limit stats will end up at 11,750 base appeal, 7,833 base stamina, and 13,056 base technique, with a critical rate of 54.16%. Mari's skills and SP gauge gainer, increasing SP gauge gain rate by 30 from 28 to 32% for 5 notes, affecting same strategy cards. That is very strong. Her passive skill is Appeal Plus, affecting Smile cards from 4 to 5.2%. Her live show ability is an SP gauge gain up, affecting all cards by increasing SP gauge fill rate by 18% for 10 notes and a 30% chance on strategy switch. So this Maddie is very good, kind of like similar to what else do I have to recall? Maybe Steampunk Adventure Ellie, who uses SB Gauge Gainer. But other than that, if you're going to put her up with other SP fillers like Miracle Voyage Yo, Pioneering a New World Kotori, um, this could be this could be the good standing, but you'll have to utilize those SP fillers if you're going to take advantage of that SP gauge gain. But other than that, pretty good card, offensive card. Uh, if only that her technique stat, if only that her base skill was better. At least her base technique will be useful for critical hitting. This is what she looks like wearing the Venus on a Moonlit Night costume. She kind of take those design cues similar to Ellie, but they mostly match. I can see like the golden fern on a crest and a chest, as well the glacial lily from Genshin Impact. Again, I guess keep referencing that flower, and as well as the moon earrings. So why kind of looks like the twin moon goddesses. That kind of reminds me of that anime. What was that anyway? Yahoy! Alright, the scouting answer that you can get for this event is Angelic Angel Honoka. Being a cold voltage type card, she will start off at base limit increases at 4,462 base appeal, 3,172 base stamina, and base technique of 115 with a critical rate of 12.34%. Her fifth limit stats will end up at 7,595, base stamina of 5,395, and base technique of 6,997 with a critical rate of 20.99%. Moroka's skill is Voltage Gainer, adding 25 to 37% based on her appeal to voltage by 30% chance. Her passive is Appeal Plus, affecting save strategy cards from 3 to 5%, and her active ability is Voltage Gaining at the start of the song by adding 77 of her own card appeal. Now, this Honoka is pretty much a voltage gainer overall, not much to write home. Kind of like, at least they didn't lower the skill activation rate, because max stats would have been useful for 25 to 37. But other than that, pretty good actually. This is actually the second Angelic Angel card that is taking place at daytime. This is what she looks like wearing the Angelic Angel costume. Red. That is all. The event UR that you can get during this event is Venus on a Moonlit Night. Being a pure voltage card, she will start off at base limit increases at 6,916 base appeal, base stamina of 1,991, and base technique of 6,457 with a critical rate of 19.37%. Her max limit, fifth limit stats will end up at 12,392, base stamina of 3,579, and base technique of 11,566 with a critical rate of 34.69%. High skill is Voltage Gain Up, increasing the voltage gain by 7 to 8.2% for 3 notes, affecting second year cards. Quite short range but powerful. Her passive skill is Appeal Plus, affecting second year cards by 3 to 4.2%. Her active ability is Voltage Gain Up, increasing the voltage gain up by 10% by her affecting her own during ACs. This eye card is pretty much the stronger, no, not actually stronger, but looking at the stats, this looks like one of the stronger event URs that you can get. So, players, I think this is your chance to prove I correct that this card is pretty good for frontline damage, because by sacrificing her base stamina, her base appeal and technique are actually higher than other event UR cards that have scoring properties. This eye card is pretty good. This is what she looks like wearing the costume in costume preview. Now, this looks like it kind of looks like a variant from Secret Galaxy Conan. The reason is because unlike Maddie and Ellie, who use lighter colors, Ai's costume this time goes on the overall dark side of the moon. Dark side of the moon. Fingernails are teal blue. That's good. The reason the illustration was like this is because the costume has teal in it. So, good one. Glacial Lily from Genshin Impact again, but her moon earrings are different to Mari and I, so we finally got ourselves a blonde trio UR costume that everyone would love to get because the entire set looks gorgeously. Well, that's all for the adverbs. I can't stand this. The first SR that you can get during this event is Rainbow Heart Setsuna. Where is her SR card? She will start being a Smile SP type card. She will start off at base limit increases at 3,674, base stamina of 2,880, and base technique of 3,385 with a critical rate of 10.15%. Her fifth limit stats will end up at 6,262, base appeal, base stamina of 4,909, and base technique of 5,755 with a critical rate of 17.26%. Setsuna's skill is an SP gauge gainer, affecting all cards by increasing the SP gauge fill rate from 3 to 4.2% for 5 notes. Her passive skill is Technique Plus, affecting same strategy cards from 3 to 5%. Her active ability is SP Voltage Gainer, increasing the voltage gain from SP Burst by 8.6% based on her technique for the XP Burst, but it only works every 2 AC starts. This Setsuna is pretty much a backliner. However, the Technique Plus affecting same strategy member that could have gone better. This one is kind of risky to follow because only 2 times whenever an appeal chat starts, so guaranteed. So this only works on the first 2 ACs. Her strongest stat is appeal, but I don't think this would work on her technique stat because her technique stat is not the best. Well, not actually her focus stat. This is what she looks like wearing the Rainbow Heart costume, and we got the reddest of the red. Kind of love this costume, but I would have wished I would have loved her because of the card stats and as well as skill set. But pretty much this card, The second SR card that you can get during this event is Mijuko Dreamer Yoshiko. Being an active guard type card, she will start off at base limit increases at 2,384 base appeal, 4,180 base stamina, and 3,385 base technique with a critical rate of 10.15%. Her fifth limit stats will end up at 4,062, base stamina of 7,109, and base technique of 7,775 with a critical rate of 17.26%. Yoshiko's skill is healing cards by 20 to 32% of her stamina. Her passive skill is Stamina Plus, affecting active cards by raising stamina by 2 to 3.2%. Her active ability is also healing, but only if the stamina is below 50 and restores 20% based on the card's technique. Here's the thing. This Yoshiko card could have been useful for base technique, but look at this one. Her base technique is the second strongest, while her stamina is the highest. So that makes sense for base appeal to be her lowest stat. Kind of like, what am I supposed to do with this show skill if her technique is not that high? They could have just gone for stamina based healing. That will do good to utilize her strongest stat. This is what she looks like wearing the Mijuko Dreamer costume. Kinda cool for a fallen angel. Man, I would have loved this costume. Kinda looks cool. The hairband tied in this time is a red rope, so that's pretty good. Now we have the blonde trio for the current event, and I'm thinking Ali would have been a good elegant appeal up buffer because a recent wave of new elegant songs from Mijuko Dreamer and all the way to Queendom. Her skill set will be useful for these songs and other cases such as Thrilling One Way Expert. As for Marie, I wish this card set would have been similar to her colorful Splash Marie. As for I's card is actually one of the strongest event URs that you could get during the event, so tier her as much as possible if you want to maximize her appeal stat. Honoka, do it better. I wish that a Voltage Gator would utilize well. Yoshiko is basically good at healing, but the live show ability is very confusing as it is focusing on technique stat. Setsuna, undesirable skill set, but I do love the unidealized illustration that she has, as well as her rainbow heart costume. That's all for this video. If you like what you hear in this video, give it a like and comment. If you'd like to see more videos, subscribe to my channel and ring the bell for notifications. I'm playing games every Saturday on YouTube at 21 VHT and Sunday at 2030 VHT. I'm also on Twitch on an irregular basis. Links to my socials are in the video description below, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. See you soon.